I was admitted in the great Rahula Ramakrishna Mission. Only in 11 years old, in class 5, where Anandaji used to meditate in the name of Sri Ramakrishna. In the evening session, when the prarthana all the time happened, sometimes my body was actually swaying because the prarthana, the prayer, was continuing by around 45 minutes. I perfectly remembering that phase, that when at least 20-25 minutes I did meditate on the Lord Sri Ramakrishna. I don't know how and why that meditation was given by the Sri Ramakrishna. Now I am realizing that yes, Sri Ramakrishna was first gave your Anandaji the lesson of yoga. That was the initiation. I used to remember that my body was swinging after 25 and 30 minutes with deep meditation on Sri Ramakrishna. And then slowly I slept because your Anandaji was only then 11 and 12 years old. And then slowly I came in the path of actually Hatha Yoga, Yogasana. There is a wonderful Yogasana performer in the Ramakrishna Mission, Sri Deepak Datta. Wonderful. And actually, when I watched him to perform wonderful postures, then your Anandaji getting attached with that postural enlightenment, that was postural perfection. And that Deepak Datta of Howrah, he gave the education of Hatha Yoga, especially Yogasanas. He was a wonderful Yogasanas master. But your Anandaji previously given the yoga lesson, he'll know it by the grace of Sri Ramakrishna. But Yogasanas also is a wonderful effect in the life of your Anandaji, because Yogasanas makes your body very, very rigid and healthy, as well as mental equilibrium to be coming automatically. And that time Yogasanas, your Anandaji every day tries by the one of the greatest Yogasana performer, Master Sri Deepak Datta. But your Anandaji realized that particularly that was not the part of yoga. Possibly that time the great yoga master, the yoga modern scientist, Swami Vivekananda's one line pierced the heart of your Anandaji as the master of yoga universe. He is nothing but wonderful scientist of yoga, modern era. And his wonderful word, at a daag rekheja, make a sign in this world that touched your childhood, Sri Anandaji. Even before the practice of Hatha Yoga, that Yogasanas, that I remembered perfectly. And finally, your Anandaji was blessed by this wonderful yoga scientist, Swami Vivekananda. He was really pierced all the time your Anandaji's heart. And so that to make the sign in this world, to make a perfect work, to Dagrikeja, that pierced your Anandaji's heart all the time, in his childhood Anandaji. And slowly, Niranandaji was thinking, yes, he had to make something, but in the field of yoga. That was obvious. Even before the practice of yogasanas, by the grace of Sri Ramakrishna, wonderfully, Niranandaji set the target, the goal, one single work for the humanity, at a dag. And when then Niranandaji slowly became some bit of good performer of yogasanas in the national level also. And then slowly he completed his Madhyamik examination from Radha Ramakrishna Mission. And then I came back to this Ananda Yoga Dham, the residence. And from that time, when I tried to propagate yoga and everything, actually I made there a fine team, fine batch of performer of yogasanas. And even by 10 p.m. I used to perform with that wonderful performers, yogasana especially, because yoga is not that time. But all the time, my heart was thinking regarding something new. What would be the creation? What would be the next? What would be the creation for the humanity? That was in mind all the time. Slowly I graduated from University of Calcutta. And then I entered into my world of employment. And that is also given by the Lord Sri Ramakrishna wonderfully. What I thought in my childhood, he gave me that. And as such, the work, employment was running. And at the same time, I was thinking, what would be the creation? What would be the creation in the field of yoga? It was all the time in my mind. And slowly, in the national level, I used to perform as also national judge under the Yoga Federation of India, that is Indian Olympic Association recognized federation. But my mind was in different path, because that field of practically of competition level. It was actually, I worked throughout the day and night for them, but it doesn't mean that I was totally involved with that competition level. My heart was in different path. And finally, grace of the Almighty, also some wonderful performers, the national champions, international champions also be made by these men also. At the same time, University of Calcutta gave me the honor to be selected as the honorary coach in both of a male and female category. As such, I had been given the chance to initiate actually the yoga practice in the University of Calcutta in 1999 and 2000 session. That was a wonderful. And then finally, after the University of Calcutta giving me the honor, the honorary coach of the both men and human session, I went for the All India Inter-University Yoga Championship, first at Gujarat and second time at Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar. But I had a wonderful performance because my some own students were also involved and they got chance as the Calcutta University performer. And what happened the first year, when I went there, I talked to the champion teams of the All India University performer. I talked to them that that you were the tiger in the field of yoga championships, All India Yoga Championships of the All India University Yoga Championships. So now the lion has come, so be cautious with that. And the first attempt, actually my students of University of Calicut really did that particular sign of championship. They showed it in that Gujarat. I'm not recollecting perfectly the place of Gujarat, but it was the All India University, All India Varsity championships at Gujarat. But the next year, when it happened in Guru Nanak Dev University, in Amritsar, my boys and girls really did wonderful. The Calcutta main section, the boys, was the All India champion. They bagged the gold, and my students of the female category bagged the bronze in the All India Yoga Championships. That was slight bit of the championships is related with yoga, but all the other field I used to say that the yogasanas, especially the postural, various postural. But even entering in the world of yoga of All India University phase, I had doubt that yoga cannot be in the field of such type of university championships, because when championship competition is there, there is like so much quarreling, and the first problem I used to say that hate to each other. How is it possible? And I was I felt so pain at that, because yoga shouldn't be used like that. And anyhow, I especially thought that All India Yoga Championships in the university level, actually it was also ceased. What I said, the university director, that even such a yoga competition couldn't be running in the field of university level. So the next, after 2 or 3 years, and possibly 2003-4 or 4-5 session, All India University Championships gone off. And then slowly, in the meantime, I was thinking, a lot of thinking. I was writing in almost all the daily newspapers, English and Bengali newspapers here. And as well as I was thinking that part, that to make a particular goal, what would be একটা দাগ হবেটা কি, বারবার সেই সিগন্যালটার দিকে মনটা পড়েছিল. And I was lucky that being a family member, my wife, wonderful, she must be the part of the Ma Sharada. And one night, one morning, I said her, now I'll be leaving home for the experiment of yoga. She said, you go. These two words was really another turning point of my life, because I had 2 kids, one of only 5 months and one of 5 years. My father left before that, so the family was totally dependent on me. But my wife, Srimati Jhuma, she's graced by the Ma Sharada. Otherwise she cannot be. No? She's wonderful. And she gave me that word, you go. So these 2 words, really, another turning point of your favorite Anandaji. Before that, the turning point was given by your Anandaji's mother, the Matri Deva, the mother in his very childhood. So poor family of your Anandaji had. But mother, Runubala Devi, all the time, my mother always tried to give me something in a different part. She tried, and she was able to admit me in the Rahara Ramakrishna mission. And that is the first point of turning. That is your favorite Anandaji's the most turning point. My mother took me and admitted me in the Radha Ramakrishna mission. That is really my mother's. I be always thinking, asking to my mom that I don't know my forefathers. It is something there. It was somehow the power, the sanskaras was within you and you transpired me. And such as your son, by the grace of Sri Ramakrishna, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, by the grace of the Almighty, by the grace of Allah, I always be happy and contented. And then that year I went in South India, being also the Calcutta University's course. And in the same time, the next year, 2002, Sai Center, the Kolkata Sports Authority of India, gave me an honor to be the teacher of the yoga. Also, I tried to work in the Sai Kolkata with full honor. And then it was once again when I left. After that, the word came by my wife, you go. And I went in South India, completed the MSc in yoga under the Vyasa University, and also completed research work to one of the experimental part, one of the literary part. But I actually for the paper and everything in the present world, it is very, very extremely needful. So such I got that from that university. But once again I was so amazed that how much money was expended for an individual when they will be in the field of yoga. That hurt me so much. That felt me so pain that if a man of yoga want to learn yoga, so much money needed. And then the third and final turning point came, that yes, I have to make now the particular dark, that particular path, that particular. So it is really, and that time I was thinking in 2005, I just remembered that 2005 September session, and I was thinking the name of that particular path of yoga. It is like that. And initially Almighty gave me the word, the bliss or Ananda Yoga. It was came when I, by the grace of the Almighty. Because when I read Ananda Brahma Divya Janat, and I tried to, in the name of Allah, that some wonderful name should be coming. And if yoga can pacify us, if yoga can give us a fine balance within, if yoga can give us perfect homeostasis, so why not the bliss yoga or Ananda yoga would be coming. And then Ananda yoga in my mind came that time already, that the work for the humanity would be in future through Ananda yoga, not the bliss yoga. And when I came back my home once again from that South India, then immediately Ananda yoga established. Then a small package of practice. I wandered various institutions of yoga fields. But I was so amazed that in almost all fields, they're selling this wonderful yoga. But I always thinking that yoga should not be sold. How yoga can be sold? If we need money, to teach someone yoga. So it should be as per the capacity of their economic thinking. If he has, if she or anybody has, not so much economic capacity, so why not? We'll be helping them to teach them yoga. And if we need the scientific apparatus, the scientific modified, systematized yoga thinking, so okay, we can take it. We can take it from the others, because people in the world even today is here. They are assisting the people. All the organization who are we are also watching from the India, that they are giving the yoga teachings and the sadhana path without any cost. So why not? Why not this banda of the Allah be given something new dimension? And then Ananda Yoga came, the bliss or Ananda Yoga came in mind. 2006, 11th February, I started in the name of Allah, the Ananda Yoga, to serve the humanity. And that Swami Vivekananda's wonderful thinking, that to Idagrikeja. So that dag was actually, I tried to modify and perfectly make the practical application of the four streams of yoga, actually. Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yogas, a small practical package of only 1 hour. That is the uniqueness of Ananda Yoga. It's a scientifically modified. It is a wonderful mixture of the science and technology of yoga as well as the scriptural references. Wonderful. His philosophy is wonderful. And so such Ananda Yoga has been made. And Ananda Yoga's the 3 main mantra is the Abhyasa, Niyantrana and Uttarana. So the practice, control and output. This 3 is the main word of Ananda Yoga. Because here in Ananda Yoga, one thing I try to add. What is that? That if we may able to conduct the Ananda, the bliss within, that is the huge, the yoga, if it is happened, so why not, after getting the Ananda, the huge amount of energy would be achieving by that Ananda, why not we should use for the sake of others? Why not should we utilize for others? That thinking I tried to impose, I tried to propagate through Ananda Yoga. And now in 2011, thousands, even almost all the grihis who are coming and also working in the field of Ananda Yoga, they are perfectly all the grihis. And Ananda Yoga, beloved people, not need any kind of, even up to this 2011, Ananda Yoga is in full swing. Almost all the, in Bangladesh, it has been established both step, in India also, in various states, and also up to Leh Ladakh, it's now running. And by the grace of Almighty, I'd be always thinking, I'd be always keeping my hands closed, that, oh God, oh Almighty, give me more power, as I can serve the humanity in much more capacity. And such as our Ananda Yoga performers also doing, day and night. In every places they will be going. Our mother will be going, even leaving his child, kids, to serve the humanity. As such, I will be remembering my wife, when only 5 months of my small daughter and also 5 years of daughter, get me chance to serve the humanity. As such, our Ananda Yoga, beloved persons, our Didis, Dadas, they are moving everywhere without any cost. The Ananda Yoga's most and the most important theme and work is without any cost. So it would be there everywhere without any money. This is the highest work of humanity for the humanity. However, Ananda Yoga will be moving, even in the European country, in the developed world, it would be free of cost. It would be without any penalty. Before Ananda Yoga, in the middle Ananda Yoga, and after Ananda Yoga, there will be no money. So it's a no money journey. I'll be always dreaming of that by the grace of Almighty. And it's happening. And it's happening. And all the time I'll be asking to my beloved Ananda Yoga people that we can. You are doing and performing, and it will be happening. And in future also, I'm sure in the name of Allah, the whole globe will be fascinating with Ananda Yoga. Because it is scientifically modified. From 8 to 80, everyone can perform Ananda Yoga. The uniqueness, number one. The uniqueness is a specified only 1 hour package of Ananda Yoga with only some Puraka and Rechaka movement and also some specific pranayamas, one meditation, and some is there innovation of your favorite Anandaji is there. So it is a package, a wonderful. And what is the scientific research is coming, the feedback is coming is wonderful. Initially I thought that is only for 5 or 6 diseases, conventional diseases, it would be very much benefited. But now it is showing the number of conventional diseases going to be slowly away by the practice of Ananda Yoga. This is the same practice has been performed by almost all the participants in Ananda Yoga Kendras, but they are getting benefited. This is wonderful uniqueness. And that is another part of that all the honorary effort. So all the honorary field, we are performing Ananda Yoga. The wonderful, beloved man and woman is coming in the field of yoga. And I recently got one of the wonderful 2 doctors also. They are to me actually wonderful human also. Dr. Shamantru Rai, he is the psychology head of Southeastern Railway. But when I met him first, actually I understood he has come here. He has come here to work in the field of Ananda Yoga. In the world also he has come here. And he nicely, a wonderful human. I'll be always thinking of him also. And he is also the Chief Medical Officer of Habra Ananda Yoga Mission. And the same time 2006 when 11 February I initiated Ananda Yoga for the sake of humanity. I thought something also, an organization. We need to run various works for the humanity in this world. That is in 2007. I founded in the name of God Habra Ananda Yoga Mission. And all members will be working to propagate Ananda Yoga throughout the world without any penny. As such, I got another wonderful doctor, Dr. Manoranjan Chauhan. He is really another wonderful guy. He is also a nuclear medicine here at the department of Amri Hospital, Rakuya, and he is also the joint chief medical officer of Habra Ananda Yoga Mission. Both are working a number of these 2 distinguished personalities really working in the field of Ananda Yoga, and I will be always grateful to them. And almost all the Ananda Yoga members, actually the grihis, the didis, the mothers, coming violently in the field of Ananda Yoga. They'll be going here and there, even with their, costing their own money. They'll be going here and there. They'll be asking me, Anandaji, when they'll be asking to go anywhere, I will be going. That is the power. I'll be always grateful to them. Because the whole Habra also now slowly flooding with the practice of Ananda Yoga. This is happening one. And in Bangladesh also it's happening. And in America, I got the chance to a video conference also. And that is happening. So slowly I'll be thinking first to these my underdeveloped countries. This is my aim also. That is the, these SAF countries. It's my aim to provide Ananda Yogas every nook and corner. Slowly, I will try to develop, to propagate with all our volunteers, with all of our Ananda Yoga members, to propagate Ananda Yoga throughout the globe. And I'm sure that the God gives me strength, and it is also spread out through all the Ananda Yoga members. They are also feeling they can. So we can, and that is today's small presentation to the Almighty Ananda.
Ananda.